Books presents an unabridged recording of Breaking Point by Dana Haynes, narrated by L.J. Ganser and directed by Kathleen Gormley.
Prologue. The Crash. Dr. Leonard Tomczak was a modern American male. He knew it was considered inappropriate to stare openly at a pretty girl with long legs as she approached, especially in public. He decided to throw caution to the wind. Tomczak, Tommy to his friends, gave a wolf whistle as Kiki Duval stalked down the corridor toward the waiting area of Gate A15 at Reagan National, two lidded coffee cups in her hands. "You're too kind, sir," she said, bending at the waist and kissing him on the lips. "I'm a pathologist. Nobody pays me to be kind. They pay me to be accurate. And I accurately find you to be hot." She wound herself into the thermoformed chair like a shoestring being lowered into a tight pile. A tall, athletic woman with hair the color of pennies, it was her lithe grace that had first attracted Tommy to her. Her pianist's hands were large enough to carry 2 creamer packets along with the coffee cups. She handed him one of the packets and a stir stick. As she sat, she glanced around the waiting area, which was all but empty. "Ooh," she purred. "Leg room." "Leg room?" She waved the other coffee cup to encompass the gate. "It's not a full flight." "Cool. Want to make out?" Tommy asked, the Texan in his voice ramping up a bit. "When do I not?" He opened his cup and blew on the surface. As he did, a curved hank of black hair fell across his left eyebrow. Kiki brushed it back. "Do you even know what kind of plane we're flying in? Could be this is full up." "Claremont VLE twin turboprop." She snapped a bubble with her gum. "Seats 65 with 4 crew. State-of-the-art avionics courtesy of L'Évêque Aéronautique Limited out of Quebec. Twin Bambanic engines, came off the line 15 months ago and is due for a checkup in 5 cycles. A cycle is 1 trip, takeoff, flight, and landing. Before Tommy could razz her nerdiness, an appreciative 2-tone whistle sounded to their left. A man in the familiar brown and gold uniform of Polestar Airlines had been using a Nerf football to play catch with an 8-year-old passenger. He smiled at Kiki. "Even I don't know all that, and I'm the co-pilot. You an aircraft lover, ma'am?" Kiki smiled. "Something like that." Neither Kiki nor Tommy felt a burning need to identify themselves as crash investigators for the National Transportation Safety Board. Pilots often were squeamish about flying with crashers on board. It felt like tempting fate. "Pilot's flirting with you," Tommy said, for her ears only. "That's because, as you pointed out, I'm so hot." Tommy lifted his coffee cup and tapped it silently against hers in agreement. He checked his battered digital Timex. It was going on 8 p.m. "So where the hell's Gray?" "He'll be here, probably checking his luggage." Tommy blinked at her. "We're only staying over 1 night. Have you ever known Isaiah to pass up a golf course? In fact, if he even shows up for our panel discussion, I'll be surprised." Tommy laughed and pointed to the right. Isaiah Gray, a wiry African-American pilot, rounded the corner and waved to the couple. He was wearing flying clothes, comfortable chinos with loafers, and a polo shirt under a denim jacket. Isaiah shook his head and peered out the terminal's window at the Claremont aircraft, which was being readied by both a fuel truck and a food services truck. "Somebody want to remind me why we're taking a freaking red-eye and a damned prop job 3/4 of the way across the continent?" "I booked the flight," Tommy said brightly. "You should see how much I saved." Isaiah glanced at him. "It's not your money." Tommy said, "It's the taxpayers' money." Isaiah sat and shook his head.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.